Hello friends, Those Back Pages here. I hope you're well. Tonight's topic I have hemmed and hawed about making a video about. Talked to a close friend of mine. He said to go ahead and give it some thought, and if I thought it was a good idea to go ahead and shoot it. So here we are. Couple things. It's going on, now it's Thursday here in New York, so we're, a week out of the shows, being open to the public, day one ending, and I gotta be totally honest with you guys, I'm not doing so well. Here and there, okay, but post-con blues are a real thing. I mean, if you're a community in this community for long enough and you know a lot of people, you know enough people, and you form strong friendships with some of them, some more than others. And this, like Kirk always said, the family reunion is once a year, usually for about a week. That's the national for me. So, always hard after, always difficult. And I wanted to say it's okay to not be okay. There's no shaming us. There's none of that here. Not on this channel. And I don't like to associate myself with those people in general. So, amongst the many people that I was able to speak with and talk to at the show last week, I had quite a few people come up to me and say, "Hey, I really enjoy your channel, the positive message. Keep up the good work. I really appreciate learning, etc." All the great stuff that everyone loves to hear. And a lot of new friends. I met a lot of new friends, and I would always ask them, "Are you enjoying the show? Are you having a good time?" Because that's what's most important, is to have a good time. You have to enjoy yourself. You need that joy. Enjoy, joy. And then another thing that I would ask them is, are you making content? Are you making videos? Are you one with us, both sides of the camera? Most of them said no. And I, would ask why, and some would say, well, it's just not for me. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want the negative comments, etc. All the stuff that we usually hear. And I get that. Sometimes it's difficult to put yourself out there. You are exposing yourself to the internet. You're on the internet. Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever. There's no denying that. And I was trying to think of exactly how many, and it's impossible for that type of thing. 6, 8 guys at least I spoke with. And privately, not like putting them on blast or anything. But one interaction really sticks out. And it's at one of the large corporate booths. A gentleman walks up to me. He says, "Hey, Art." I turn around and say, "Hey, nice to meet you. I watch your channel, I really appreciate it." And all the things that, the people say in those situations. We talked a little bit more. And I asked him, "Hey, you making content?" No. Now he was pushing, unless I'm off base here, this is how I gathered it. And, you know, he had a stroller with a young child, and what appeared to be in the background was someone that appeared to be his wife, who had one of those swaddle things on that they wear with a newborn or really recently born is on the chest and close. I didn't ask him about it, it's not my business. But I said to him, like I said to the other fellas that I breached this type of topic with, and I'm gonna breach it here. I mean, it's, again, I like to keep the channel positive and all that stuff, but sometimes, you know, this could be described as a little morbid. I don't think it is, but it could be seen that way. And I said, you should be making content, and here's why. And I do get a little emotional while I discuss it, and I apologize in advance if I do now, but make content. You know, turn the camera around, look at the camera, look at it, you know, get yourself on video. You never know who's going to see it someday. When I was really young, I was about 4 or 5, my parents split up. Typical, you know, mid-70s. No need to go into all that, but, and then when I was 10, my mom passed away. That was in 1981, and my mom was a photographer. She was interested in photography, so she was always behind the camera. And then, you know, there's no video back then, no YouTube. You know, internet probably didn't even exist back then, but, you know, she passed away when I was 10, and I can't remember what she sounds like. You know, I have photos. You know, I can kind of, if I close my eyes, I can kind of remember what she looks like, but, you know, I was 10. And a 10-year-old in 1981 is a lot different than a 10-year-old in 2019. And what I wouldn't give to have some video, just, you know, to remember her by, just to hear her voice, which I don't remember, and see her moving, and to turn it around with the collecting. It's, think about it, you know. I would say to so-and-so, hey, you know, you got your young boy here, you know, 2, 3 years old, you know, heaven forbid something were to happen to you. You know, he can go to the internet anytime, or your grandkids or your great-grandkids can go to the internet at any time, and they can say, hey, there's what Dad loved, you know, cards. There's what Dad loved, or Grandpa, or Uncle, or whoever you may be related to, friends. You know, there's my friend, you know. And I think about, you know, last month we lost a community member. Joe Ryan fan 30, big Nolan Ryan collector, big fan, big Dodgers fan, great friends with many in the community, Pepino, and you know, his wife came home one day, and you know, he's married with 2 kids, I believe. I didn't know him tremendously well. I mean, we had a lot of we had communication in the live chats. He was always very positive in the live chats, and he put out content, and he passed away. I mean, he was gone. You know, his wife and I think his oldest son, they had just put out a video the other day with a little update, a little life update. And you just stop and you think, how great is it? I mean, the whole thing is horrible, but, you know, they'll always have those videos. There's my pop, you know, talking about ball cards, you know, showing, you know, what he loves to do, what he loves to collect. I mean, it's just so important. And you know, let's not be selfish. Let's, you know, you know, let's not hide ourselves behind the camera. Let's, you know, You know, I was never fortunate enough to have any children. I mean, I have some nieces and nephews, but I never had any children. So, but I just, it always harkens back to my mom and how great it would be just to say, hey, I can click on a YouTube video and see, you know, never get tired of viewing it. I mean, it's just something to think about, guys. It's just important. You know, we're a week, you know, it's, you know, now it's Thursday here in New York, and it's just, I miss my friends. I mean, yeah, we're gonna talk, we're gonna text, we're gonna email, we're gonna comment on each other videos, and we're all looking forward to Atlantic City next year. I know I am. Obviously, I can only speak for myself, but you know, I think that, you know, Slabgate and all that other shit, and you know, this hobby is strong, man. All you had to do was be there last week, and you know what I'm talking about. You saw it, you felt it. I mean, it was the best show I've been to. And I'm fortunate enough, that was my 10th one in a row. It's by far the best one, and I think YouTube, I think you guys are what made it happen. I mean, and I've got my friends from the old regime, or whatever you want to call it, but meeting new people, meeting so many people, just having people come up to you, hey, I enjoy your channel. Hey, thanks for being you. You matter. Always learning. You know, these are all important. You're important. You matter. You should always be learning. You should share your knowledge. You know, it's just so important. You know, and you know, someone on the last episode caught it, and I can't remember who it was. I apologize, but it's true. I am you, and you are me, and we are all collectors.